I started as a patient of functional medicine in around 2007, 2008, and that's really where my learning began.
Oh,
And
what happened? Tell me.
what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, I started having a couple issues. Actually, it's very appropriate for what we're going through right now. I started having lung issues and digestive issues. And in Eastern medicine, those are tied together, like I was just talking about. The spleen energy, which is digestive, and the lung energy. So my lung issues were really stemming from my digestive issues. So both Eastern and functional medicine, I started working with an acupuncturist and also a doctor of functional medicine at the same time. And between the two, they just transformed my whole life. I made some very simple changes. I cut out gluten, soy, dairy, things like that. 2007, nobody even knew what gluten was. I didn't know what it
How
was.
old were you in 2007?
How old was I?
Yeah.
27.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And all of this was in Los Angeles.
That was in San Francisco. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I used to live in San Francisco.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you got better, and then you said, "This is my passion."
Exactly. As I started to learn more about Eastern medicine and functional medicine, I was like, first of all, I started feeling better than I'd felt in my entire life. And I just started transforming into a different version of myself. And I was like, this is powerful. This is really powerful. And I just wanted to know how it worked because it seemed like magic. I didn't know what was happening with the needles and the herbs and, the small dietary changes and supplements. And like, I was fascinated at the ability to transform. And I started reading about it. And then I started taking classes open to the public. And then I just decided to make a huge shift in my life, and I decided to go back to school. And that's kind of my quick story.
It just happens that the wounded healer, right, which
Yeah.
you are an example of, are usually the people that have the most passion and that actually affect the most change, And I shouldn't say the most and not generalize like that, because I know incredible scientists and doctors that never had a problem, and the interest was just born in them out of inspiration or whatever. But it is very frequent that people that had problems that get solved and healed in a certain way, when they get interested and go deep. And I can tell now why you do what you do, and you put the art and the love into it. It's very obvious.
Thank you. And you're absolutely right. You don't go into this path, or at least most people don't go down this path unless you truly deeply believe in it, and everyone I met in school had their own story, and it called them from where they were in their life to make a huge shift.